start. So good morning, dear students. We are in Income Tax class of BCOM second year. So yesterday I introduced you what is business. What do you mean by business? And in maintenance of accounts books, there are two types of systems I mentioned. One is cash system, another one is accrual system. Cash system means if the amount is paid irrespective of the year to which it belongs, you are going to record. Accrual system means you are going to make adjustments for prepaid ones, for pre-received ones, for outstanding ones. You are going to make adjustments. If nothing is mentioned in the problem, you are implying that you are maintaining records based on accrual system. Means you are going to make adjustments in the problem. Okay. So today we will do one problem. I am reading the problem. Sri Ganesh Sharma is the owner of a business. Following is the profit and loss account for the previous year 2021-22. Compute his income from business for the current assessment year 2022-23. The left side items, profit and loss account I am reading, that is debit side items. To salary to staff 93,200. Bonus 6,250. Proprietor's salary 18,000. Rent of the building 24,000. Interest on a loan. See, two divisions are there in this interest on loan. Personal 5,000, for business 7,000. Total in outer column 12,000. Printing and stationery 800. Income tax 4,100. Cost of new telephone 2,000 rupees. Telephone bill 18,000. Drawings 16,000. Next side heading in this one, 2 repairs to building. See, 3 divisions are there in repairs to building. Current repairs 6,000. Capital repairs 15,000. Capital expenditure 32,000. Total in outer column 53,000. Next, provision for doubtful debts 2,860. Provision for warranties 9,000. Depreciation 11,200. To net profit 5,50,990. Coming to credit side, by gross profit 8,05,300. Interest on bank deposits 15,100. Sale of waste papers 1,000. These are the 3 items on the credit side. So total is 8,21,400. Now in additional information, something is given. First one, during the previous year, due to negligence of an employee, goods worth 4,000 rupees were damaged fully and there is no insurance for it. So this is the problem. Okay. So we are going to solve it. In yesterday's class I mentioned our solution will start with net profit. You have to add net profit. Okay. So add inadmissible expenses to net profit. So this problem will start with net profit. What is the amount of net profit? 5,50,000. 990. So to this we have to add expenses which are not allowed, according to Income Tax Act. Okay. These allowed expenses. So in yesterday's class I mentioned, dear students, personal expenditure you should not show. He will show to reduce his tax burden. What we have to do? We have to add back to the net profit. So every item, each and every item I will read, you have to tell me whether it belongs to business or personal. Okay? And one more thing I want to explain you. See, two kinds of expenditures are going to be there for an organization. Please understand this. One is capital expenditure and another one is revenue expenditure. Can any student explain me what is capital expenditure and what is revenue expenditure? Can anybody explain me what is it? What is the difference between the two? Yes, Niharika, you are trying to say something. Yes, Mahesh Babu, Prince. What do you mean by capital expenditure? See, capital expenditure means the expenditure which will be useful for the organization for several years. Not in a single year you are going to use it. Now let us take for example, this college building is built almost 20-30 years back. For 20-30 years you are using. Still some more years you are going to use it. But this piece of chat, only this year you purchase it. One time I come to class means this will be over. Its life is finished. Current expenditure on electricity bill, every month it will change. It is not fixed. But building is fixed. So all those, please remember it. If you go to any interview, Niharika, don't write now. Afterwards also you can write. This is important question. If you go to interviews, they will not give you 20 marks question and ask you to solve. They will ask fundamental questions like this. What is capital expenditure? What is revenue expenditure? You should be in a position to explain. Capital expenditure is that expenditure which will be useful for the organization for several years. Buildings, furniture. See, this bench is purchased almost 10-15 years back. You are still using it. Fans are purchased 5 years back. Still you are using. Okay. So all that expenditure which is useful for the organization, with the expenditure of which you are going to purchase long-term assets, fixed assets, in other words, fixed assets you are going to purchase, you are going to use for several years. So that expenditure is known as capital expenditure. Revenue expenditure is used for day-to-day activities like current bill, telephone bill. See, just yesterday I recharged my cell phone with 184 rupees. Only 1 month. That is revenue expenditure. But this cell phone I purchased with 17,000 rupees. For 2-3 years I will use it. That is capital expenditure. Did you understand the difference? Capital expenditure is useful for the organization for several years. Revenue expenditure is useful only one time. In 1 year it will be completed. It will be finished. Okay? So it may be room rent. It may be electricity bill, telephone bill. Okay? Transport expenses. Those expenses are very small expenses. Normally they will be used for 1 year. Within 1 year you are going to use, consume. That's all. If the benefit of the expenditure spreads over several years, that is known as capital expenditure. On capital expenditures, what you will do? Suppose college purchases this building paying 1 crore rupees. What you are going to do in balance sheet? You are going to show minus depreciation. Every year you will deduct some expenditure. As depreciation you will show in final accounts. Again in profit and loss account also debit side you will show 2 depreciation on buildings. So capital expenditure, single year you should not show. It is inadmissible. It is not allowed 1 year. What is admissible is depreciation is admissible. Did you understand? If you purchase any furniture, you paid 5 lakh rupees, you purchased furniture. You should not show it in profit and loss account. Where you are going to show? In balance sheet you will show. And on 5 lakh rupees, 10% if it is depreciation is there, the 10% you have to show in a profit and loss account. But business persons do not know it. What they will do is total amount they will show in a profit and loss account. Furniture, 2 furniture, 5 lakh rupees they will show. But what we have to do? We have to disallow here. 5 lakh rupees we have to add back to profit. But the 10% on 5 lakh rupees, 50,000 you can deduct from the amount. That is allowed. Did you understand? Similarly, so you have to check for these kinds of expenses, disallowed expenses. You have to check for personal expenses, drawings. Yesterday I told one example. My son's birthday, I spent 10,000 rupees. That is not allowed. That is not related to business. So only that expenditure which is related to business, the expenditure which is revenue expenditure you are going to take. On capital expenditure only depreciation is allowed, not total expenditure. Okay. Similarly, in yesterday's example I told another thing also. The person has one kaun banega karodpati 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees. Yesterday I told that income you have to show under income from other sources, not in income from business. So if those incomes are given, you have to deduct. You have to show in income from other sources only. So you have to check debit side, you have to check credit side. Both sides you have to check. Okay. So debit side I am checking. First point. Salary to staff, is it related to business? It is related to business, no?
Yes, sir.
Even in small kirana shop, employees are required. They will not work freely. You have to pay salary. That is related to business. Okay? If it is related to business means don't write here. Only disallowed. If the expenditure is not allowed, we have to write. We have to add that to profit. Okay? Next one. Bonus. Yes, employees will ask bonus. No? You take the case of Singareni. See, if bumper profits are there, they will ask bonus for Dasara, Sankranti, Ramjan, or any other festival. They will ask bonus. That is related to business only. Third one, proprietor's salary. Is it related to business? For a proprietor, return is profit. He should not take salary. Suppose I have a kirana shop. Mahesh Babu is working in the shop. I will pay him salary, but I will not take salary. Remaining total amount is my profit. Did you understand?
Yes,
so proprietor's salary is not allowed. Because remaining one is his profit, that's all. He cannot take salary. Income tax department will not allow. Otherwise, what I will do? Entire profit I will show as salary. My profit is 0, sir. I will not pay tax. I will pay. Did you understand? So that is a proprietor's salary is not allowed. Employee's salary is allowed. Okay? So proprietor, that is disallowed. What is the amount that is given?
93,200.
80,000.
Check it properly. 18,000. In inner column. యజమాని జీతం తీసుకోలేడు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. యజమానికి వచ్చే ప్రతిఫలం లాభం. యజమానికి జీతం ఉంటే వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే వచ్చిన లాభం మొత్తం నాకు జీతం వేశారంటాడు. నాకు లాభం రాలేదు సార్, అంత జీతమే అంటాడు. ఆ ట్యాక్స్ కట్టడానికి ఉండదు. కాబట్టి ప్రొప్రైటర్స్ శాలరీ ఈజ్ నాట్ అలౌడ్. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, రెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద బిల్డింగ్. అంటే ఇతని ఓన్ బిల్డింగ్ కాదండి అది. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ హిజ్ ఓన్ బిల్డింగ్. హీ హాస్ టేకెన్ ఫర్ రెంట్. కాబట్టి దానికి రెంట్ కట్టాలి కదా, మరి అది బిజినెస్ సంబంధించిన ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ కదా. ఇట్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు బిజినెస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ హిజ్ ఓన్ బిల్డింగ్. ఓకే. సో ఇట్ విల్ బి అలౌడ్ యాజ్ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్. నెక్స్ట్, ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆన్ లోన్. అప్పు మీద వడ్డీ రెండు ఉన్నాయి దాంట్లో. ఫర్ పర్సనల్, ఫర్ బిజినెస్. పర్సనల్ ఈజ్ నాట్ అలౌడ్. నేను చెప్పాను ముందే, పర్సనల్ కు సంబంధించిన ఏ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ కూడా అలౌ చేయొద్దు. ఓకే. సో పర్సనల్ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్, పర్సనల్ శాలరీ, పర్సనల్ డ్రాయింగ్స్, సో ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ యూ విల్ నాట్ అలౌ. ఓకే. సో పర్సనల్ లోన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్. What is the amount? 5,000. Are you understanding? Okay, next one. So business you are going to allow. Next one, printing and stationery. Is it related to business?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is related to business. See, if I am maintaining business means I have to purchase pens, I have to write accounts, I have to purchase notes. Okay, that is printing and stationery. Next, income tax. Is it related to business? Income tax is personal. Please remember, business organizations will pay GST, goods and services tax. Income tax as a person I will pay. If I am a owner of a business organization, for business organization I will pay GST. As a person I am going to pay income tax. Okay, so that is income tax is personal expenditure. That is not allowed. Okay, so income tax. What is the amount that is paid? 4,000%. Next one. Cost of new telephone. It is related to business only, no, nothing is mentioned, it is not personal. Okay. Next one, telephone bill. It is related to business only, no, every month it will change. I told, no, example, I will recharge it. Every month I have to recharge it. So for the entire year, 18,000 is spent on telephone bill. That is related to business only. Okay. Next one, drawings. Is it related to business?
No, sir.
Drawings means personal. So drawings. How many rupees? 16,000. Next, repairs to building. See, if nothing is mentioned in additional information, what we have to do is, he has taken the building for rent because he is paying rent also. So in additional information, nothing is mentioned. So what it is implied is, the owner asked him to get it repaired. If any minor repairs are there, he has to bear the repair expenditure. So see, three items are there under this one. Current repairs are there, capital repairs are there, capital expenditure is there. See, as per income tax rules, please remember, current repairs are allowed, capital repairs are allowed, but capital expenditure is not allowed, please. Capital, I told you, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Two expenditures are there. Capital expenditure is not allowed. Okay? So that capital expenditure you are going to show. Capital expenditure on buildings. What is the amount? 32. Next one. Provision for, remember, provisions are not allowed except one provision. That one provision is next provision, that is provision for warranties. That is allowed. But for provision for doubtful debts is not allowed. Okay? So all provisions, bad debts provision, doubtful provisions, doubtful debts provision, depreciation provision, these are not allowed. Only one provision is allowed, that is warranties. Okay? So this doubtful debts provision is not allowed. Provision for doubtful debts. What is the amount? 2,008. Next one, provision for warranties. I told you it is allowed. Okay. Depreciation is allowed. Net profit, as it is, we are doing it. Okay. So till now, debit side items you copy. Credit side I will. Okay. Credit side we will check it. If you take this textbook, Naveen.